Why is no one talking about this board?
Okay, so as usual, let's first start off with the deck. The deck is made up of bamboo, fiberglass, and Canadian maple. It is not small. It's 40 inches in length and over 10 inches in width. Once you see it compared to other 2-in-1 bamboo boards, you'll realize the size difference of this board. So if you're a bigger rider or you simply like a larger platform with your 2-in-1 style board, this is definitely an excellent choice.
Now look at all this room on the deck. Look at this. All you big riders, you'll have plenty of space on here. It's nuts.
Now my knee still isn't 100%, but if it was, this platform would be absolutely perfect for a dancing board. Now I personally think it should have a little bit more concave, but it still has enough for you to actually carve the board and sense where your feet are planted without looking down. Now as far as the design itself, this is quite special. I don't know any other company that's making a 2-in-1 board with this kind of bamboo vibe, and it just really sets a trend to bamboo boards. I feel like this board is a piece of art that belongs in Hawaii or some other kind of tropical area. Now this board does have some good flex to it. Is it very flexy like a backfire zealot or an exway flex? No, it is not. And that's a good thing. That is just too much flex for this type of board with this range, performance, and its style 2-in-1 board. It has just enough flex where you can run over anything you want and still be comfortable, and yet you could be going fast and running over things like this and still be comfortable. But most of all, that little amount of flex will keep you stable as well as being comfortable. Now, most importantly, the battery. This is a Molicel P42A 13S 5P 982 watt-hour battery. And if you want to, you can step up to the even bigger battery, which is a Molicel M50A 25 amp hour 1170 watt-hour battery. Now that is just nuts. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know any other flex bamboo boards out there, production 2-in-1 setups, that have a 13S 5P battery. Most of them are 12S setups, or if there is a 2-in-1 setup out there with bamboo, the enclosure and the deck don't flex together. Now this brings me to my next topic, which in my opinion is the most important: the price. With the battery setup that I particularly have, the 21 amp hour 982 watt hours, with my discount code is under $1,400. Again, I don't know any other setup 2-in-1 production board with this kind of value. That's if you want a flexible 2-in-1 board. Now, if you want even more range, possibly because you are a bigger rider, you can step up only $100 more and go for the 25 amp hour, almost 1200 watt hour battery for under $1,500. Also, get this, most of these setups are in their USA warehouse, which means you're gonna get your board in a few days rather than waiting months and months, it coming from China. Now for range, I'm a 155-pound rider and it was about 85 degrees Fahrenheit. I rode in turbo mode most of the way. I did some off-roading, which definitely eats at your range. I carved like a crackhead, which kills a little bit of your range, and I got a total of 31.5 miles of range. Now keep in mind, if you're a bigger rider and you want even more range, you have the option to go to the M50 1170 watt-hour battery. Now, in my personal opinion, anything above 30 miles of range is plenty. How often do you ride non-stop over 30 miles without taking a break or charging? Next up, let's talk about the wheels. Now, full disclosure, you don't see me riding with these wheels simply because they are too nice. I do not want to mess up these beautiful CNC hubs. It's like onboard really keeps on setting the trend with things. So instead of potentially messing up those rims and tires, I decided to just throw on some older Metroboard X 155 wheels along with meepo 55T hubs. Now, one of the best attributes is it's a 2-in-1 board, which means you can put on dozens of different wheels, tires, pulleys, and it will dramatically affect the performance and the ride feel under your feet. It's like having 200 different boards all in one. Now for the trucks. This is another trend that Onboard set up because they were the first ones to drop a 2-in-1 board with traditional kingpin trucks. They're also the first ones to have an oil slick design with CNC on a 2-in-1 board. I also did not change any bushings or any cones whatsoever. I rode it stock. And as you can see, the bolt to tighten down the trucks is not crazy tight and it's not crazy loose. Therefore, it was kind of a perfect medium of carving, speed, and performance. They're also utilizing Riptide's internally lubricated 96A urethane pivot cups. And I've also never seen a traditional kingpin truck snap on any onboard products. Now in the rear, you'll see onboard 6574 motors covered by a free oil slick bash guard. Again, another small trend that they are setting, an oil slick bash guard that comes standard with the board instead of upcharging customers for it. Now here's some footage of these awesome traditional kingpin trucks shredding while maintaining stability.
Okay, so the giant hill test is right there. I'm gonna zoom past Max. I got the rider app up. Let's get to it. Okay, rider app says 26.2 miles per hour, but a car got in my way. And I forgot to mention I'm 1 bar gone already, so it's not at 100% battery. So I would definitely say about that 27 miles per hour range, the onboard Zeus Pro will get up that giant hill. No problems. Okay, 55T acceleration test. 1, 2, 3, go. Woo! Damn. That's good even with the 55T. And stock is 60T. Let's do a brake test even though the belts are going to skip because these belts are stupid. 1, 2, 3, brake. Good brakes. And I think they could be adjusted too.
So when you repair your remote, if you want to adjust your pulley size, wheel size, you can actually adjust your brake level as well. So since I'm utilizing meepo's 55T pulleys, I'm using 325 belts. Now this is a good 325 belt, but the other side isn't so good. This is my only set of 325 belts, but now you know why I was skipping. Final thoughts. Now, as some of you may know, I absolutely love 2-in-1 boards. They are my absolute favorite. But some of these 2-in-1 boards that are out nowadays are pretty much the same as any other board. A lot of China-based companies just copy each other and just kind of do the same design with around about the same features. A lot of them are very similar in design, battery size and performance. This one is quite different. Again, I don't know any other 2-in-1 bamboo flex board that has this type of battery for this price. If you wanted this kind of capacity battery, you'd have to step up all the way to Lycaon Nazar. Now this board is over $3,600. It also does not have 2-in-1 capabilities. I personally don't like channel trucks, but that's just my personal opinion. But the Zeus Pro will have more flex, it'll have more wheel capabilities, it will be more agile, and it will get a little bit more range. You can also change the wheel pulleys in the Zeus Pro when you can't really do that with the Lycaon. Now the Lycaon will have more performance and more top speed for sure, but I personally don't see the need to go that fast. Now if you really wanted to, you can go with a very small pulley and use a very big wheel to achieve very high speeds with this board. But in my personal opinion, I prefer the 2-in-1 style board along with different wheel capabilities, pulley capabilities, more flex. It rides like an actual longboard and it doesn't have a very chunky, thick, heavy enclosure like the Lycaon does. And also is a fraction of the price. But most importantly, the ride feel is like a true electric longboard, not a chunky vehicle underneath your feet. Now, just in comparison, you have a bunch of dime a dozen carbon fiber 12S setup boards that are around about the same price, if not more expensive. And you can go with this on a bamboo flex for less money with a bigger battery pack and USA shipping. Now, if you go the other route and you want a flexible 2-in-1 board and you notice it's cheaper, there's a reason why. You don't have the same performance, you don't have the same range. You have the dime a dozen double kingpin trucks. The Zeus Pro, you got the flex, you got the comfort, you got the stability, you got the carvability, you got the range, you got the performance. And not to mention, this board comes with an 8-amp charger with a built-in fan. Again, another trend. I don't know any other company that has a production 2-in-1 board with an 8-amp charger. Sorry I didn't get a chance to do the top speed test. My knee still isn't quite there yet. Thank you for watching, guys. Please comment, like, share, subscribe. Have a good one, guys.